Welcome to Gerald Khalil's Conversation Piece. I share my thoughts on social content in sports, politics, and entertainment. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So, as you are well aware, the Browns lost to the Cincinnati Bengals 21-14. That's not the main news. The big news is that Deshaun Watson is seemingly gone for the season. He suffered an Achilles injury. I'm not sure which leg it was to, but now it seems that he's not only out for the season, but you can make an argument that maybe his career is in play here. The questions are now, when he comes back, will he get put back into the starting lineup? I'm assuming that the Browns are going to look for a quarterback in this year's draft. And then it's like, okay, well, if he's not on this, he's not going to start, but he's going to be an expensive backup at this point. I know you have that big cap hit if you release him. So there's a lot of things that management's going to have to think about at this point. You look at this, this is Watson's third season, 6 games. And this would have been his 7th game. He just got through the first quarter, I believe. And I know he went 15 for 17. Well into the hundreds. I think he was doing fine, but a lot of it was more of the play calling, a lot of dinks and dunks, and offense still struggles despite him going 15 for 17. Some good things to talk about. Nick Chubb, he returned, he scored the touchdown. But getting back to Deshaun Watson, there's one thing I want to talk about. And, being a Browns fan, I love the Browns. I've been rooting for them since yay high, very, very young. Since I've known football. My father, he rooted for the Browns also. And it's just kind of like, passed down to me. But to boo or not to boo, to cheer a person when they are injured, Browns fans, we're better than this. We are definitely better than this. And this isn't the first time we've done it. I think definitely when Baker had gotten hurt, we cheered that on. I remember back Derek Anderson, the same thing. Guys, we are better than this. And to cheer that a person's hurt is not becoming a Brown fans. And I would say this, and this isn't for all Browns fans, because not all Browns fans are like that. So I just want to be clear with that. But for those of you who are into that stuff, man, shame on you. Imagine if that was your brother or your kid or something like that. And your kid played football and people started cheering if your son got hurt or your brother got hurt, whatever, man. Come on, you have to think of those things, because at the end of the day, it's just a game, all right? And I know that there's a lot of animosity towards him because of his performance on the field, of just not a good football player at this time, and the allegations off the field, what he did. But man, at the end of the day, let's not stoop low like other fan bases would do, and we just have to just ride with it and love our Browns like we should, and look towards the next quarterback. So here we are at the next quarterback. And when Deshaun got hurt, DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, they inserted him into the game. He threw a couple of picks. he didn't look all that great to me. What I saw. He got injured also. I believe he injured his hand. I just don't. At this point, I was surprised that they had Dorn Thompson Robinson as the number 2. I read later that Jameis Winston, they had him like inactive or something like that. That's why he wasn't the quarterback 2. And what I hear now for next week's game, they're not sure which quarterback will start. Start Jameis. At this point, give the teams a little bit of a chance to win. Some hope. I just don't see it with DTR. DTR is a good backup. That's about it. You have Winston, who started before. Start him and see what you've got. All right. When Winston did get into the game, he was able to drive the team down the field, scored a touchdown. So hopefully they'll take that into consideration and say, all right, let's have Winston start this next game here. We have all these players on the team: Denzel Ward, Nick Chubb, Myles Garrett. Man, they deserve to win. And I say this to the coaching staff: they deserve to put in someone at the quarterback position who they feel will win the game. Because when Watson was there, that wasn't the best chance for the team to win, and they kept sticking them in there regardless. So here's your opportunity to do right. All right, other things about this game: the opening kickoff. Man, come on. I mean, you give up an opening kickoff for a touchdown. And what's so weird is that I don't like the new rule that they have for the opening kickoffs. I just don't like the setup. And I was like, man, is anyone ever going to score a touchdown off of that? The way that's formatted? No one's going to give a touchdown up on that. And lo and behold, your Cleveland Browns, they do it right off the bat. Special teams stunk. You got that. You got the kicker missing an extra point and a field goal. Hopkins, I just don't know. He's hit or miss. He's hit or miss, really. So you have that situation. Then also on the special teams, I swore they had Deontay Foreman running back kickoffs. He is a he's a short yardage specialist, but we had him running kickoffs. I don't understand that. Other things, just going away from this game for a while. Amari Cooper goes to Buffalo, scores a touchdown, I think, on the first pass thrown to him. So he did well on it. He did well, goes to another team, does well. Where have I heard that before? Oh, yeah, Odell Beckham, yeah, Baker Mayfield, yeah. Wow, it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. These guys go somewhere else. And I'm not surprised with Amari Cooper. I knew that he was going to do well going to Buffalo. You have Josh Allen throwing you some passes. You're going to do well. A better quarterback, better organization. And I wish Amari the best of luck. So not even touching much more in the game. This now, since you have Watson gone, you have Amari Cooper gone, you're now going to have to figure out, and this is to Stefanski now, what you are made of. And also, Andrew Berry, the players that you have drafted for this football team, what they are made of. Because you no longer have a scapegoat. You've had scapegoats for the past few seasons now. Okay, first your scapegoat was Baker Mayfield. Yeah, he wasn't playing well. So you got rid of him. Now Deshaun Watson. Okay, let's see what you got now. if you last that long. Because in this next draft period that you got, and let me back up. First of all, the players that you already have. All right, let's see what talent they have. See if Stefanski can coach them up. But then, okay, it's going to come to draft, and the question is, are you going to pick the right selections? Are you going to get the right selections for your team? Now, the excuse for the past few seasons was like, oh, well, we don't have a number one pick. We used those for the Deshaun Watson trade. Well, you got him now. So hopefully you'll make the right pick. Am I confident that Andrew Berry's going to do it? Nah, not confident at all. I don't know. And I don't even know if he's even making the decisions here. That goes to, I don't know, Paul DePodesta. Is he making these decisions? Is he doing this? All right. They have this, and especially him, this, he uses a lot of analytics, and teams use analytics for selections when they are selecting players. But Paul DePodesta used to do that with baseball. Baseball, okay? This is football. And thus far, the choices that's been made, especially with the picks Barry has been making, or DePodesta, one of the two are making them, have not been working. And, and I think of things like that, and it's like, man, do I miss John Dorsey? He made that one mistake with Freddie Kitchens hiring him, and then he was out the door. And now you look at John Dorsey now with Detroit. And the Lions are so talented. And that's one thing. John Dorsey knows how to pick players. So this organization's at a crossroad. I don't know. Does Haslam go to Dorsey and say, look, I'm going to give you what you want to come back here? But then again, would Dorsey bother coming back here? I don't know. And then, you have to look at, when I look at the Stefanski-Berry era right now, the players that they've had and left, just about all these players, when they look back at the Browns, they had nothing good to say. They were left, or should I say this? They left in bad terms. What type of organization is that? You had Baker, left in bad terms. Odell, left in bad terms. And I'm sure whenever Deshaun leaves, whether on how he leaves, it'll be bad terms. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of the others, like say Denzel Ward, if he got traded or something, or maybe Myles Garrett, it wouldn't be on good terms, because that's just how things roll with this organization. It's just sad at this point. Really sad. Really sad. Now, just think about the upcoming games. I'm going to take a look at the upcoming games here. And looking for the Browns. Right now, it's not looking good at all for this team. And what the record's gonna be here. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we got the Ravens next. Chargers, Saints, Steelers, Broncos. Saints are playing terrible. Maybe we can get them, but we're at New Orleans. And then we're not going to beat the Steelers. And then there's the Broncos. We're at the Broncos. We're not going to beat them. They're playing real well. Wow, we are in a load. We are in a load of trouble. We. I had said 6 wins. Then I went down to 3. We're lucky if we get 3 wins. It just seems like the team has given up. Well, let me take that back. The defense is still trying to play hard. But when your special teams gives up opening game kickoffs, not good. Your offense still can't move the ball. Hopefully that changes with the new quarterback. You're still jumping off sides. You're still false starts, other penalties. So you got a lot of just undisciplined things that's going on, and that's all coaching. I'm sorry, it's all coaching. It's not looking good, folks. So it's like, get ready for the draft. You know, I'm looking at quarterbacks already. I checked out the Texas-Georgia game last night, and I know I had gave Ewers some credit before. I don't. Texas quarterback who originally went to Ohio State. He's kind of slow, and it's not so much that. It's, if you're accurate, then maybe you got a good shot in the pros. But his accuracy is okay. He's not quick of foot at all. Mobility's not that great. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to check out more. Check out Cam Ward. I haven't checked him out yet. I've seen Sanders. I've seen him. But man, we gotta look at the quarterback situation now in college and see what we can get. If you're looking for someone future, DTR ain't it. Jameis Winston, maybe he's a stopgap quarterback. So if you draft a quarterback in the first round, you don't think he's ready, then you want to maybe go with Jameis Winston for a year and see what happens, or the first 10 games of the season, and then put the rookie in. But getting back to Barry, he better nail that pick, that quarterback pick. It's no question, because right now it's been said that the Deshaun Watson trade has set the team back a good 7 years. That's the figure I've heard. You go to the draft and you don't do well on your draft pick for quarterback, then you're doubling down. And I know one of my earlier videos, I had said, let's go with the best player available. Yeah, maybe we go that way. But if that's the case, if you go with the best player available, I would want to go with Jameis Winston as far as the quarterback's concerned, because he's a veteran. And, he gives the other folks on the team an opportunity to win. But then there goes, you have to think about the offensive line. It's old, and you're going to want to change that up. And there's just other holes. And I do see the defense still has some promise on it, but I still worry about Denzel Ward. Another concussion could maybe end his career. So there's just so many holes that this team has to plug. And that is where we are at this point. So leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Right now, I'm perplexed, man. I'm at a loss of words. Not only saddened by what's happened to the team. I'm disappointed with what's happened to the team. No longer have a quarterback that we can depend on. No, there's the argument we didn't have one before, but you don't want to see the man injured. But now you have no choice but to move on. And so leave a comment, and also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.